Hey there, fellow gardeners. Welcome back to Smart Garden, where we cut through the noise to bring you practical wisdom that actually transforms your growing space. Today we're tackling one of the most misunderstood topics in sustainable gardening. And trust me, what you're about to learn might completely change how you approach soil building. Here's something most gardening channels won't tell you straight. We're often working against ourselves. Every harvest removes nutrients, every rainfall leaches minerals deeper into the subsoil, and every season of bare ground means lost organic matter. Modern gardening practices, even organic ones, can inadvertently strip your soil of its natural vitality faster than nature can rebuild it. We add compost annually, we mulch religiously, yet many of us still struggle with compacted soil, nutrient deficiencies, and plants that never quite reach their full potential. The holy grail we're all chasing is genuine, lasting soil fertility that actually compounds over time rather than requiring constant inputs. We want soil that holds water during droughts, drains perfectly after heavy rains, feeds plants without constant fertilization, and teems with beneficial organisms that do half the work for us. This kind of resilient soil ecosystem seems elusive because most amendments we use are temporary fixes rather than foundational improvements. Enter our three contenders: biochar, wood chips, and straw. Each promises long-term soil enhancement, but they work in fundamentally different ways and deliver vastly different results over time. Let's break down exactly what each brings to your garden. Biochar isn't just charcoal you toss into your beds. It's created through pyrolysis, a controlled process where organic material burns at high temperatures with limited oxygen. This process creates an incredibly porous carbon structure riddled with microscopic chambers and channels. Think of it as creating permanent housing infrastructure in your soil rather than just adding food. The magic of biochar lies in its near permanence. While other organic amendments break down within months or years, quality biochar remains stable in soil for centuries, potentially millennia. Its porous structure acts as a microhabitat hotel for beneficial bacteria and fungi, providing protected spaces where microbial communities thrive away from predators and environmental stress. This isn't temporary shelter, it's permanent real estate in your soil ecosystem. Beyond microbial habitat, biochar excels at nutrient retention through its impressive cation exchange capacity. Those countless pores and surface charges act like molecular Velcro, grabbing onto nutrients and water molecules and holding them in the root zone, where plants can access them. This means less fertilizer runoff, more efficient nutrient use, and plants that can access stored nutrition during critical growth periods. The water retention benefits alone can reduce irrigation needs by 20 to 30% in some soil types. However, biochar does present some challenges. Quality biochar carries a higher upfront cost than wood chips or straw, often ranging from $30 to $60 per cubic foot. Application requires some thought too. Raw biochar should ideally be charged with compost or nutrients before soil incorporation, and proper mixing into the top 6 to 12 inches yields better results than surface application. Sourcing matters tremendously as well, since biochar quality varies wildly depending on feedstock and production methods. Poorly made biochar can actually contain harmful compounds or lack the beneficial structure that makes good biochar so valuable. Wood chips represent the middle ground in our amendment spectrum. Fresh wood chips gradually decompose over 2 to 5 years, depending on wood type, chip size, and environmental conditions. As they break down, they feed an entire succession of organisms, from fungi that colonize fresh chips to bacteria that finish the decomposition process. This gradual breakdown continuously adds organic matter to your soil, improving structure and water infiltration, while slowly releasing nutrients. The fungal networks that colonize wood chips create beneficial associations with plant roots, extending their nutrient gathering range and improving overall plant health. These fungal highways persist as long as decomposing wood provides their food source. Wood chips also excel at moderating soil temperature, suppressing weeds through physical barrier and light exclusion, and preventing soil crusting during heavy rains. Straw operates on an entirely different timeline. Most straw varieties decompose within a single growing season, making them excellent for quick organic matter additions and immediate soil protection. Straw creates light, airy mulch that allows water and air penetration while suppressing weed germination. It's particularly valuable for winter gardens, spring bed preparation, and situations where you want rapid decomposition to incorporate organic matter before planting. The decomposition rates fundamentally define how these materials impact soil structure over time. Wood chips provide sustained multi-year structural improvement as they slowly break down, creating stable soil aggregates and improving porosity. Straw offers immediate but temporary benefits, requiring annual or even seasonal reapplication to maintain its effects. Neither provides the permanent structural enhancement that biochar delivers, but both excel at feeding the biological processes that maintain soil health. Let's walk through a 5-year timeline to see how each amendment performs. In year 1, straw decomposes almost completely, wood chips show minimal breakdown but begin fungal colonization, and biochar remains essentially unchanged while immediately improving water retention and providing microbial habitat. By year 3, the straw has been reapplied multiple times with cumulative but temporary benefits. Wood chips are halfway decomposed and actively feeding soil biology, and biochar continues providing stable benefits with no degradation. The nitrogen immobilization concern around wood chips deserves clarification because it's widely misunderstood. Yes, fresh wood chips temporarily tie up nitrogen in the top layer as decomposer organisms use available nitrogen to break down carbon-rich material. From a cost-benefit perspective, biochar requires the highest initial investment but delivers returns indefinitely. A single application continues working decades later with zero replacement cost. Wood chips offer moderate initial cost with returns spanning several years before requiring reapplication. Your ideal amendment choice depends on your specific situation and goals. Heavy clay soils benefit enormously from biochar's ability to create permanent porosity and prevent compaction, while sandy soils gain crucial water and nutrient retention. Wood chips shine in pathways around perennial plantings and anywhere you want sustained organic matter addition without annual reapplication. Straw excels for annual vegetable beds where you're regularly working the soil and want quick incorporation, or as seasonal mulch for winter protection and springweed suppression. Here's the secret most experienced gardeners eventually discover. These amendments work synergistically when combined strategically. Consider biochar as your foundational investment, the permanent infrastructure that transforms your soil's fundamental character. Apply it once, properly incorporated, and it continues working forever. Layer wood chips on top as your medium-term organic matter source, feeding soil biology and improving structure as they decompose. This layered approach addresses soil health across all timescales simultaneously. Start your soil amendment journey by honestly assessing your garden's biggest limitation. Is it water retention, nutrient leaching, poor structure, compaction? Let that diagnosis guide your first major investment. For most gardeners, a one-time biochar application to planting beds followed by regular wood chip mulching and tactical straw use creates the most resilient, productive soil ecosystem possible. If you found this comparison valuable, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss future episodes where we continue building your knowledge of regenerative gardening practices. Share this with a fellow gardener who's struggling with soil issues or anyone ready to move beyond temporary fixes toward truly sustainable soil health. Drop a comment telling us which amendment you're planning to try first and what soil challenge you're hoping to solve. Let's build better gardens together, one permanent improvement at a time.